Hello, sir. Welcome to
Wake up, absolutely.
Number one.
Wake up.
Yo, bring it.
This is your reggae music machine.
So you keep it tuned, baby.
Right now.
Definitely 877-320-5465. That's the number to join in on the conversation this morning. 877-320-5465 as we continue with the topic. And I'll just go right back to the phone lines. Link Up Radio. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi. Just want to join in on the conversation because it's actually a much needed topic.
Go right ahead.
I am a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
And more times I do, prior to me being a parent, I do hear that mothers are basically to be blamed for raising not just boys but girls, but especially the outcome of boys, whether it is they're going to be gay, too feminine, or just too emotional, which is basically the topic, right? Or if they grow up to be angry, etc. But I have a 7-year-old and I have a 5-year-old. And the most profound thing that happened Sunday, just Sunday, I'm in the car going to church. My 7-year-old says, "Oh, Mommy, you should have seen this girl guy." And I said, "A girl guy?" And he was like, "Yeah, she was playing ball." And I said, "What is a girl guy?" He was like, "Well, she's a girl, but she's tough enough to be a boy." So that's something that a parent doesn't teach a child. At least I didn't teach my son what a boy should be versus what a girl should be. You're right in terms of women telling boys to be a man, but there comes a time in terms of the nature and nurturing process when that son or daughter needs to know the gender role, what role to play. So when it comes to society, we as parents need to not necessarily adapt to society, but be able to communicate with our kids to let them know that society thinks this or that. But you are this or you are that. And it's okay to cry. It's okay not to cry. You don't cry for everything, especially boy. My 5-year-old, he's just a whiner or a crier. If his 2 doesn't look like a 2 and he wants it to look like a 2, he's going to cry because he gets frustrated. And I think more time boys do get frustrated. And I think I heard a clip in where he said something about it's mistaken as depression. And it's profound because, yes, some pediatrician would say that the emotional states of boys could be overly sensitive or that it could be slight depression that they're experiencing. So that's where I wanted to join in the conversation to say that, yes, a mom does have a role in the outcome of a child, whether it is boy or girl, but society has certain stigmatism in place that tells you or put your kids in category.
Put in category, yeah.
And the outcome is what you see.
Yeah, man. Well,
So
yeah,
have to
I
identify
agree.
them.
I agree wholeheartedly with you, and I'm not. I don't want to seem as if I'm taking out because nobody grows up in a vacuum. Your only influence
Right.
isn't what happens in this one place. Influence comes from all over. So even though you have this experience at home, when you go to school, you have another experience. When you're linking with a friend, then you have another experience. So
Yep.
it's a whole heap of different things going on. But I want to speak to the idea of my challenge is and I'm coming from a place of, studying people and just my personal experience as well. My challenge is this definition of roles, gender roles. And let me tell you why I have a challenge with that. Because individuals are individuals, and you have some little girls that are not very girly, and you have some boys that are not uber aggressive, and those are the ones that gets the hardest time because they're expected to be this and they're not in the box that they're supposed to be in, and therefore a lot of effort is made to make sure that they are placed in the category that they should be in, rather than accepting this person for who they are and know that, okay, I have a son who him like to dance versus a son who like to play football. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that is
Absolutely,
usually
and I agree.
where the challenge is, because especially a man who say, yo, he want him son grow up and play football, and this backside boy want be a ballerino. He have a problem with that.
Exactly. I agree. I totally agree with you wholeheartedly. But at some point, we have to, as individuals, especially parenting or co-parenting, look at a child as a child and help to assist him in his direction.
Exactly, as an
If he's too
individual.
feminine, if he's not so feminine, if he's too aggressive, you identify the aggression. And as a parent to me, it's like they're different. It's incredible because the kids go through different stages and
Exactly.
some parts of it, the challenge, it becomes a challenge for me because for me personally, it's like you go to work, you think in your mind your child should be this way because society says it should be this way, and if they're not this way, then they're abnormal.
Right.
So trying to find that balance is so
It's hard.
difficult.
It's hard.
It is so difficult to find that balance to the point where you become the parent to question yourself and say, my God, if I don't do this, then I'm a horrible mother. Or if I don't do this, or if the father is not there, then something has to be missing. And it's not always that. It's not a clear science. It's kind of like just rolling.
Trial
with the
and error,
punches
my
as
dear.
you go.
I know.
I'm
I
thinking
know.
of your call.
I know.
I'm thinking
But
of your call. I want other callers to share, but I do thank you because
Thank
Yeah,
you so
man,
much.
thank
for calling.
you.
as a parent of two, it's a struggle.
yeah, man, I understand completely. Thanks a lot for your call, hon.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
All right, take care.
877-320-5465. 877-320-5465. I still don't see where me telling my son be a man. Like how does that? I'm still trying to figure out where
It
does
is
that
destructive
affect
if that's the only lesson.
What you mean if that's the only
If
lesson?
that's the only lesson, it's destructive.
What do you mean if that's the only lesson?
Let me tell you what I mean. If your expression, all right, and like I'm going to relate based on my own personal life. I grew up. I'm my father's only daughter, and him have two other sons, and my smaller brother is my father's dream. Like if him could have make him himself and clone him, like it would be perfect. But my brother will follow me. My father think him too soft. And him give the pitney a hard time and him rough him up and everything we him do is worse, is making whatever he's trying to achieve worse than him not get nowhere with it. And him try harder and him be more aggressive and him be rougher with him and the more him do, the worse it is for him.
It gets, yeah. 'Cause
And
he's getting frustrated.
And that is what I'm saying.
But
So,
that's abuse.
I agree.
But that's not the same- that's not the same as-
But a lot of parents do exactly what he does because they're trying to, in a free mind, he might try to get this boy to man up. He might try to get this boy to be a man. That is what he might try. He not try to be disgusting and abusive. He might try to get him son, in a film opinion, too soft, to be a man. That is what he's trying to achieve. And in trying to achieve that, him not getting anywhere, obviously, because it's being abusive.
And that is still not the same as telling your son.
No,
be
but
a man.
yes, it is.
Like,
It is.
No, how
it
can it?
absolutely is.
How
And that's
can
what I'm
it?
saying. If that is the
No,
only.
that
If you're
cannot
not
be the same.
if you're not balancing being
That
a man
cannot
with
be the same.
being communicative with your child and give your son a hug and them something. You know how much man don't get a hug from them parents?
No, me hear all
Because
of
them
that,
so
but
busy
that's
a be man?
Yeah, but that's just him being ignorant. If you follow this society, man, you won't
be an individual. Exactly.
Just
That
be
is the
lost.
point. That
You'll just be
is
lost.
you are absolutely
Lost.
correct. What this society does not do is celebrate the individual. We keep on trying to get people to be who we want them to be. We are not accepting
hold
of
on.
who people are.
If one day you finally decide that, you know what, I'm gonna start a family, and you end up having a daughter, you wouldn't say to your daughter, act like a lady?
Of course not. Of course not. I
So
don't
you just
believe
be
it.
like, do whatever you want to do.
Be who you are. My lesson would be yourself. Be true to who you are. If she end up being a really pretty little girly girl, great. If she's more like an athletic kind of tomboyish girl, that's great too. If she's a combination of all kind of different stereotypes of what women should be, that's fine as well. With our problem in society is that we don't accept people for who they are. We keep trying to make people. Oh, not do it to me every day. Every day with all kind of different topic. Me talk about how me say how me feel. And say well, me not normal, and I saw it there, and that's fine. I am not
I don't say
interested
that.
in being
I don't
normal.
say that.
Oh
I don't
please,
say that.
you perpetuate the stereotype. The man we talk about say me no want have children, and you give me how much listen to the world why me should have children. Matter of fact, Bible man say I'm not a real woman because me no want have
Yeah, but
kids.
I never said
all
nothing
kind of
like
things
that.
and all. Please,
My
you
thing
try
with
to
you.
talk
No,
me into it.
No. My thing with you, and this is my thing with you. You try to compare it as, oh, you have godkids and you have nieces and nephews or whatever the case may be. And I'm telling you that it is not the same. And that's just my issue. That is my issue with you.
I'm
you
not
try
trying to compare anything.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. You are the one you are the one who was making the comparison. Yes, I say I have children in my life, and I'm good. I'm good with that. You are the one who's making the comparison because you're comparing it to being a parent.
It's not the same.
I am not saying that it is same. I am saying that I am okay with the children who I already have in my life.
All right.
I am not making any comparison.
And all I say to you is it's not the same. But anyways, the phone lines I'm kind of full because we sometimes we get caught in a
make sure them used to it by now.
Link Up Radio. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, listen to this now. I hear this topic, but you have to remember, say, when you're speaking on a topic, and the same thing what Fatah said all about, I will touch on a little piece of that too. Let me tell you something. Society, we were born or we grew up, whether the east or the west, society dictates. If you realize that we were indoctrinated for years and we were indoctrinated for years with this whatever you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to act. If you look back from ancient Rome, we had from the Egyptians, you had a woman who was a pharaoh, but she had to hide and do it, but she teased the throne and become a pharaoh. I checked so in that 13 dynasty. But I'm just saying to you that, this is what I'm say. When I was growing up, I watch my little cousin and my sister, them. We're taught by our parents, and we don't realize that we are teaching the kids and this, and the boys are more taught by their grandfather and their father. Let me show you something. You notice when we grew up, they have nursery rhymes to put boys in a category and girls in a category. Let me show you. They have this little foolishness they used to talk about girls are made of sugar and spice and everything. Now we make up steel and dirt and
and puppy dog tails. I remember that one. I remember that one.
That's what I say. You have to be nice to the girl, and no matter what you do, she's right, and you treat her different. That's the kind of thing. We grow up in society and believe that we are.
No, man, blame mommy. Blame your mother. Blame your mother, like Dr. Sexy and say the mother for blame.
The mother have a very big part tonight.
When we grow up, we are expected, if you find even the ancient Rome, the man have a strong and go fight and try to whistle their life in a war. When they come out, they were greeted by females and love. And if you don't do that, you're strong and we want to want you. This is society. That is what they teach us. So we change anything now? It's a little hard. But let me tell you something, Dr. Sexy. When you tell a boy to man up, sometimes we were grown. Now we get mix up with the American and we kind of adapt some of them principles and things. But basic, if you look at everything basically, our fundamentals of everything, they come from the same place. You want to treat them a little here and treat them for our benefits, but the same laws and the things. Society dictates how you grow up and what they expect of people, and you are trying to make society fulfill that dream, and you vote away and you do everything. Just like when a man have money, we look at him differently. When we're broke, we think him as a failure. Even if he's educated and him broke, him is a failure.
True. 100% agree with that.
And he do the right thing, but he never make it. We let him feel like he's a failure total. I tell you, man out there, we expect man to be strong and go to go work, the money, fly home, the money, come get the wife, and the wife, spend it, and we shouldn't say anything, if we say anything, we're watching the money, and if you come in the kitchen and you're cooking, I would say, and things like that, we work out.
Yeah, well, sir, I am happy to report. I am happy to report that a lot of things in society has changed. So we can't just say, well, as a society stay and full stop it done there, so whole heap of things in society have changed. There was a point in society where I would not be able to be doing what I'm doing, and I could not be I would not be educated because I'm a girl, and I would not be able to do what I'm doing because not only I'm a girl, I'm a woman of color. So society has changed, and society society continues to change. So we can't. Society is not a stagnant thing, and it's people make up society. So a whole heap of attitudes have changed, especially in the last 50 years, and that is continuing to happen. So I agree that there are some influences and there are some expectations that have been ingrained in us from long time, but a lot of those things have been adjusted. Whole heap of them, and more things have changed too.
Thank you so much, sir. We're trying to take as much call as we can. Link up radio. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to the king and queen.
Good morning, Bible man. Long time no here.
Yeah, good morning, my princess. Listen, I mean, no, you're not going to want to hear this, but I'm going to read it, right?
Yeah, I'm going to read it
First
anyway.
thing 2:1 to 3. This should show you what man is, right? He said, now the days of the David drew nigh, that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself man. Keep the commandment of the Lord God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandment and his judgment and his testimony, as it is written in the laws of Moses, as thou may be prosper in all that do it. For this is manhood. You understand? Before David died, David tell his son what man is. Being a man is. Being a man, not just walk in the street and say you're a man because you have whatever in your pants. You understand? Being a man is keeping God's law. Now, the prime example I want to ask, right? When you go on the Corona night, you understand? If you see the Jewish man that teach them kids the commandment, right? The man that teach the girl how to be a woman, I send them school and so forth. No, why can't we young generation, the young black and Hispanic kids do the same thing? You know what I'm saying? We can't blame society now because God give us a mind of our own. You understand? We can't say society did this. We know society influenced our children, but at the same time, you as a parent are supposed to educate your child. A man supposed to teach a man how to be a man. The woman are supposed to teach the female child how to be a woman. Learn to cook, learn to do the right thing. You understand? So when the child grow up, she'll know what is a woman is.
A woman must learn to cook.
Yeah?
So being a woman must learn to cook.
Not only learn to cook the princess, but learn to do the right thing.
Learn to do the right thing, like cook.
And be a woman.
Learn to do. So the men, like the you realize, hey, we said, you know what?
Thank you, Bible man.
Woman must learn how to cook, but the chefs, them call man who cook name chef. Them call them chef, Gordon Ramsay, Bobby Flay, Masohari Morimoto, and I can name whole heap of them, the famous chef, them where I make the whole heap of money, are all men. But woman must learn how to cook. Sure. Answer phone, yeah. Okay.
Yo, we take one more, yeah, man. Link up radio. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Father Diamond. Morning, Sexy Ann.
Good morning.
There's the thing that you read earlier about what the psychologist and the behavioralist said. It's nonsense, man. There's nothing wrong in telling your son to be a man, because that's how you must train him. That's how you must let him grow up to be a man. There's a difference between a man and a woman. Men in the old days used to go hunting, and the fathers used to teach them to hunt.
That's an activity, sir.
It is.
Hunting is an activity.
No, it's not. It's
hunting is an activity.
But I mean, no.
It's
but
an activity.
But then,
if you look,
then it wasn't an activity.
It is an activity. That's not. But being a man is being a woman is not an activity. It's who you are.
No,
hunting is an activity.
It's a gender role, man. Women are different from men in some cases. And let me tell you something. You see that thing that they came out with recently? That same thing you read? You don't see the subliminal message that it's in there?
Yeah,
the subliminal message
all the killers. Yeah.
Is to develop further their homosexual agenda. It is to develop further their homosexual agenda. It is. That's a subliminal message in that. Because
well,
no
maybe
longer
subliminal,
should
I
you
never
tell
get
your
that. I didn't get that a backside.
To grow up and be men,
because
but it's okay for them to be women.
Who said anything about them being women?
And then they blame all the kids, the young kids that do the murdering and the killing on this whole situation. Like, for real? Are you serious?
What are you guys talking about?
You never see it. You never see the pictures of all of these killers. First of all, you guys are being ridiculous. You never see it.
The pictures
It's
that they
ridiculous.
show, they
This is
spoke
subliminal
specifically to
message.
cases.
Don't
Those
you
are
see-
specific cases.
Don't you see even the cartoons are making now? What the messages are that is in there? Cartoon characters are
my
now
goodness.
doing all sorts of nonsense. They're now trying to tell you, they want to go into your head now about their behavioralists, telling you about you must, it's bad to tell your son to be a man. It's good to tell your son to be a man. He must be a man.
He must be
That's
a
what
man.
he is.
Thank you.
He's born a man.
Thank
he
you.
should be a man.
Glendon,
And
big
the
up
daughters
yourself.
should grow up to be ladylike
Thank
and to be decent women.
No.
There's
Be
nothing wrong
yourself.
with that.
Of
Dr.
course, you
Sexian
must be
said,
yourself.
Be yourself.
Of course,
be
you must be
yourself.
yourself. Be a backside self. It's not every woman is a lady. Be yourself. Be
Children
true to who
live
you
what
are.
they learn.
If
Be
you
true
feel-
to who you are.
If you
And not
wake up
every
this
woman is a
morning-
lady.
Live
Be
what they
true
learn.
to who you are.
if-
Not based on what them learn crap.
And not
A
every woman
woman
is a lady.
it's not every woman is a lady. Not every woman is a lady.
Why?
Why? What do you mean, why?
Because they're just born like that, right?
Hello. First of all, ladylike
Because
behavior
you're just
is
born
something
like
that
that,
is
right?
born like what? Be who you are. Be true to who you are. I know every woman is a lady. I know every man is a macho.
So you don't. So you
I'm a
don't.
man.
But what on this? So what I'm saying, you don't think that is something that is taught?
Of course, being a lady is something that somebody teach you.
Okay, so wouldn't that be the right way to be?
Okay.
No, it's not the right way to be. The right way to be is who you are.
All right. So a killer is who you are.
Killing is an activity. Killing is an activity.
you're
Killing
saying
is something you
what
do.
you learn, and
It's not who you are.
society.
A killer
That's
is
not who
not
you
who you
are.
are. It's something you do. Killing is an activity.
Okay,
So
so
when
being a-
me eat
so
food,
being a man-
I'm a eater.
So being a man is an
Me
activity.
read book, I'm a reader.
So being a man is an activity. Being a provider is an activity.
Being a provider is an activity. And by the
Whatever.
way, and a man alone provide.
It's about
One heap of women
parenting,
are providing
whatever.
right
Me
now.
not say no.
And a
Me not
man
say
alone
no.
provide. Don't
That's not
tell
gonna
me
be an issue.
crap.
Responsibility to teach their children how to conduct themselves and how to grow up.
There you go.
The influences of the parents
Thank you.
is what matters in children's lives.
Thank you, sir. I agree with you.
Okay?
Thank you so much. I gotta
Have
take
a
a
good
break.
day.
Respect.
for the
877-320-5465. It is Link Up Radio. You notice I'm at my time? Going right back to the phone lines as we continue the topic this morning. Link Up Radio. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Father Diamond. Good morning, Sexian.
Good
How are you
morning,
guys?
Jay.
What's going on, boss?
Concerning this topic, I don't see nothing really wrong with telling your son because being a man. My father tell me that, but he also said, along with that anything you have in your brain, nobody can rob you of it.
There you go.
Being a man, but he said, anything you have in your brain, nobody can rob you of that. So I don't see anything, and believe you me, I came to this country and the trials and tribulation, if I wasn't a man to stand up and deal with it, I wouldn't be a man, period. You ain't got to get angry, but you always look for a way out to get things done, you know? So, as I said, I didn't see anything. I don't see it offensive. I don't know where that research came from and what it's all about, but there's times you have to be a man. You don't got to be aggressive and be derogative and insultive to people, but there's times when you really and truly have to stand up. Even if in business and all, you're dealing with people, you have to stand up. If you go there and they see that weakness in you, they try to push you around.
There you go. True. So, be a man.
Yes.
All right, so.
Is what you're being a man for. There's a different thing. I mean, you understand?
I hear you.
But I will listen to you guys, and maybe I learn more than I know.
Thank you so much for listening, and spread the word, all right?
Yeah, man, thanks a lot for the call.
All right, then. But,
All right. 877-320-5465. 877-320-5465. That's the number to join in on the conversation.
I think it is important for me to recap, because I think we have gone to a state of ridiculousness in this conversation that we have lost the point of the conversation. I started out by saying that the way little boys are taught of how to express themselves based on how their socialization is that it turns them into men who, instead of expressing their mirage of feelings, which is not just angry all the time, because man don't angry all the time, them don't feel angry all the time, Well, I'm not a man, so maybe it's not fair for me to try to speak on behalf of men. But as a human being, I would imagine that they're not angry all the time. Maybe there are some men who are angry all the time. But the persona of a man is somebody who is always stern, always strong, don't smile, very, 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 very rigid, and that persona of a man is not realistic because, as I said, people. And let me say, I'm not pretending to speak on behalf of men. People experience a mirage of emotions. Now, the context under which this clip was done is not lie them telling. It's facts. If the only lesson, and let me repeat myself, if the only lesson, and I specifically agree with the information based on my own findings and based on my own research as a student of psychology, based on how little boys are socialized, if your cry is a weakness, if you matter of fact, if a little boy laugh, him acting like a sissy, like him girly, he might whine too much, like little girl can't whine out, she want mommy and this and that and that and that, and them parents, the parents scold her for whining, but when her brother whine, them call him a girl. That is the point that I am making. This whole thing where in order to correct the boy is to call him a girl or to refer to him in girlish ways. And I even made the point when I started that men, when they insult each other, them call each other by the very name of the thing that they claim to love the most. So if somebody I do something, them say, "Hey, you vagina," and I'm saying, but if you love vagina so much, why is it an insult to be called a vagina? Why are you using the thing that you love so much to insult your why would it be insulting to use a thing where enough man give them money, enough man mash up them life, enough man mash up them all, everything for, and it's an insult to be called that. And if you think of even bad word, if you think of Jamaican bad word, every single Jamaican bad word is referring to a female body part, and that is insulting. I am saying that if the only lesson being taught, and I want you to notice what I say not say that it is absolute, you must not tell a man to be a man, because what else can he be but a man? I am not saying that is the problem. I'm saying it is a problem if that is the only thing that they are being indoctrinated. That is the only thing that they're saying. So, me don't know why everybody a call and I tell me, say, nothing wrong with telling a little boy to be a man. That's not the only, that's the only lesson then, of course, because that's not the only thing.
Because the topic of the clip that we played says the 3 most damaging words you can say to your son is be a man.
And did you listen to anything else in the clip? You listen to how them get to that response? You think you listen to anything else? Did you hear the context under which they arrive at them thing?
Yeah.
At the result?
Yeah.
All right, we're done talking. I'm not getting anywhere. It don't make sense. Answer phone.
Link Up Radio, hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Fata.
Morning, man.
I usually don't agree with you, but this morning I do have to agree with you.
Oh, my gosh. No, I'm just messing with you.
I agree with you 100%. There's nothing wrong with telling your young boys to be a man and man up. I have a son, and I'm not going to be around forever to help him and to guide him. So he's going to have to step up and go out there and become a man. And that doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to cry, he's not going to be angry, he's not going to be aggressive. He can be all those things because those are human emotions. However, there is an agenda right now to turn black men into women, and feminine at that. Now, what I believe is being spoke about here are children or males who are probably on the bar of being maybe homosexuals and them showing feminine traits and then people trying to change them. And sometimes parents don't recognize that their kids are homosexual and then try to turn them into a man because they may see it themselves. But there's nothing wrong with you telling your son, be a man, and not even telling him that, but showing him how. And it doesn't mean you got to go out there and beat up women and do anything negative. Because the connotation that I'm getting is that saying that to your son is negative. What is negative to tell your son is, you're a faggot. Now that's a problem.
That is rude. That is rude. I agree with that. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I see there's an agenda right now in America and internationally, and like I said, the agenda is to try to soften men, especially black men, because there's a fear of the black man.
The black man can use some softening. Him can use some tenderizer. He can really use some tenderizer. Like, with all due respect, miss, some of these black men can really use some tender. Them need some lotion, something to soften them up. Them too hard. They are so hard they don't even know how to turn it off. They don't need to be hard all the time. Some of them can use some softening.
That is not true.
They need some softening.
I don't know what men you encounter. I don't know. Maybe the men in Jamaica are like that. I don't know. Maybe that's what you encounter. But not every man is like that.
I can't speak on behalf of every man. Come on, miss. I'm not speaking to every man. I said some of these. You hear the part when I said some? Some of these black men can use some softening up. Of course, some of them could be softer.
Well, you know what, Shelly-Ann, in this world, not everybody's going to be.
Well, I'm not speaking to everybody. You keep on telling me about everybody. I'm not speaking to everybody. My statement was very clear. I said some of them can use some softening. Some of them can use some softening up. I'm not speaking on behalf of everybody.
Some of them are not going to be soft.
Some of them need to be softened up.
Continue doing what you do with your sons.
Thank you so much for sharing. All right, we got to take a break right now. Thank you.
Bye-bye.